Hi guys, welcome back. I have another glute focused workout. You guys love these workouts and always request them, and I love these workouts, so win-win situation for everybody. There's the workout up on the screen. Screenshot it if you want to follow along, and let's get started. Of course, starting off with the one and only barbell hip thrusts. I always incorporate barbell hip thrusts into my glute focused training, and I suggest you to do the same if you are serious about growing your glutes or increasing your strength and power in your glutes and your glute training. The thrust, ladies, is a must. The thrust is a must. That saying is for real. This exercise is a game changer and why you will see me always incorporating this movement. All right, so what we're doing here is we are concentrating on where the most tension on the glutes is at in a barbell hip thrust, which is going to be in the shortened position, aka the top of the movement. So what we are doing is you're going to come up for 10 seconds and do a isometric hold, which is what you're seeing right here, where I am holding and stabilizing that weight by squeezing the crap out of my glutes and holding that weight at the top for 10 seconds. Then I drop down, rest for 10 seconds. Then I'm going to come up for 9 seconds, iso hold, then drop for 9 seconds, up for 8, down for 8, all the way until you get to 1-1. And even though you are decreasing in reps, it is still going to get progressively more and more challenging as your glutes get more and more exhausted. So just keep that in mind when it comes to choosing the weight for this exercise. I did incorporate a band as well to just help activate those glutes a little bit more and make it a little bit more challenging since I wasn't going as heavy. Next is going to be a superset starting off with the leg press machine. So in order to help target our glutes as best as we can on a leg press machine, we're going to want to go high and wide. So I have my feet up decently high and I brought them out pretty wide, pretty much almost to the edges of the pad. And then I have my feet also turned slightly outwards. I also incorporated the band on this exercise as well, again, just to make it a little bit more challenging and help again with activating those glutes a little bit more. Then you're going to pick up some dumbbells and get into some B stance RDLs. So just start with your feet next to each other, and then whichever leg you are not going to be using first, you're just going to slide it slightly back, and that leg is just there for stability purposes. You should not be putting a bunch of weight on that leg at all. It's just there to help stabilize you while you work on that front leg. I really like this variation of RDLs or single leg RDLs because it is technically still a single leg RDL. However, you do have that toe on the ground there just to help with balance, so that way you can really concentrate and put all the focus and attention on the front working leg instead of worrying about being a balancing act and wobbling all over the place. Sometimes that can take over and take away from the actual single leg RDL exercise. So that's just a great variation to kind of incorporate to just help put more emphasis on the front working leg in a single leg RDL. And here I had another clip of this superset, so I went ahead and added it in for you, and then we'll get into the next exercise.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you, so I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking, but you, I know it, you know it, we make it.
Next is going to be another one of my absolute most favorite exercises for the glutes, and this is going to be the hip abduction machine, but we are doing a triple drop set. So what I did was I dropped in increments of 30 pounds. However, if you are lifting lighter or you can't lift as heavy, you may need to drop down in lower increments, but since I can lift pretty heavy on this exercise, I'm able to do a higher drop, if that makes sense. So I started off with the heaviest weight, and then I did 10 reps, immediately lowered it 30 more pounds, and then did 10 more reps, and then dropped it another 30, and then did 10 more reps, and that is one set. So yeah, that's 30 reps per set, but you are dropping the weight every 10 reps with no rest in between. Next is going to be a front foot elevated split squat. I am also holding on to some plates for some extra added resistance. You can hold on to whatever weighted resistance you would like, dumbbells, kettlebells, doesn't matter. I do have my foot up on a step up box, and I do have one riser under each side just to get it to the perfect height for me. So a little trick to make sure you're performing this exercise correctly is that you want to go down until you feel your hamstring touch your calf. As you see, when I'm at my lowest stopping point, my hamstring is just touching my calf, and then I come right back up, and that point should be to where your shin is vertical. Lastly is going to be 2 minutes non-stop, no rest of glute bridges. I did incorporate a band as well for this little burnout here, but this is 2 minutes straight, as many reps as you can get. Make sure you get a solid squeeze at the top, and that is the entire workout. And as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until the next one, bye guys.